What is going on, everyone? Back with another review, the Adidas Rivalry Low 86, and I grabbed this because I wanted to compare it with this one, the regular Rivalry that I reviewed a few years ago, all right? We're gonna compare them, see which one I like better. Let's go. Now the Halo Gold isn't the best colorway by any stretch of the imagination, but I scooped it up because it was on sale and couldn't pass up the chance to compare it with the old Rivalry. If you want to know a little more about the Rivalry's history, you can check out that review I did a couple years ago. I go deeper into the Ewing connection and all the associated models, so go check that out after you watch this. First impression is I'm kind of perplexed on why they're calling this the 86. Honestly, I thought this was going to be more of a one-to-one reissue of the classic, and some of the colorways are closer to that, but just going off the name, and they even put a Rivalry tag on this one, like the old Ewing tag on it, but it's not. The regular Rivalries I've reviewed are closer to the original in some ways, so let's take a look at the main differences between the releases that I see, and the biggest one is the way the heel counter, and collar are constructed. On the 86, they have really simplified it with one solid panel, which is kind of what the original had, no external heel counter, and no visible sewing. But that one-piece heel panel tucks at the collar with folded seams, and then a separate black collar made of a matte textured synthetic leather, aka garbage. As you can see from the other Rivalry Low I have, it's got a heel counter like the Rivalry High, and the back panel, collar, and sewing are more traditional. The collar shape is different on both models, with the 86 model staying truer to the OG in terms of shape. The other differences are obviously the materials. One is leather and fake leather, and one is nubuck leather. The tongues are different as well, with these 86 versions getting the Adidas skateboarding treatment with the thin foam backing on the tongues and embossed Adidas logo, whereas the other Rivalries have a more traditional tongue that would come on shoes in the mid-80s with traditional Adidas tag. Now there are many new colorways of this 86 version, but I don't like the folded seams on this colorway. The shoes will feel and function the same, and most people won't care, but I grew up skating in these Adidas basketball shoes, so I'm really picky. Aesthetically, not a fan. Sometimes I just don't understand what these companies are doing to their old models. If you watch my old Rivalry review, you'll notice my big complaint was not using real leather on the tongue and the heel counter. I feel like they penny pinch in the dumbest ways. It's just like, release the models, use real leather, stop tinkering with them, and recognize the cultural connections and lineage of the sneaker's history. Otherwise, just name it something else or do a knockdown version and advertise it as such. The Rivalry is first and foremost Patrick Ewing, New York Knicks, embraced by the city, Knicks fans, basketball fans, and urban culture at large. From there, it was on the sale racks for skateboarders and b-boys everywhere to scoop up and rock proudly in the mid-80s. That's the shoe's lineage. That's it. I do love that these shoes from my youth are still available. Just wish the quality was the same. You know, all these brands, they water down their best models until they just become generic, but I still love these shoes because I have the memories to go with them. Thanks for watching this Adidas Rivalry review, comparison, complaint, whatever you want to call it. Peace.